A very good morning to you this Monday morning. I'm Rachel Jones and you're watching the Morning Outlook Report live from Kalkine TV Sydney studios. Now the Australian share market is expected to fall this morning. That's according to the latest SPI futures. The ASX 200 is expected to open the day 3 points lower this morning. The market finished the week positively though on Friday with 10 out of 11 sectors in the green. At the closing bell on Friday, the S&P ASX 200 was 0.8% or 61 points higher at 7,443. Over the week, it closed 0.2% or 14 points lower. The best performing sector last week was materials, up 2.3%. The worst performing sector was healthcare, down 0.2%. The best performing stock was James Hardie, closing 5.2% higher at $56.48. And the worst performing stock was Fisher & Paykel Healthcare, closing 3.19% lower at $29.74. Let's look at some news from this morning now. And Incitec Pivot today reported a net profit after tax of $359 million. That's excluding individually material items for financial year 2021. That's an increase of 91% compared to $188 million in financial year 2020. CEO Gene Johns says there was a strong pull through from technology and explosives and a recovery in their end markets, as well as the fertilizers business capturing the upswing in the commodity prices. The company declared a final dividend of 8.3 cents per share, 14% franked. That brings its total dividends for the 2021 financial year to 9.3 cents per share. Moving on, and Rex today announced the launch of its double daily flights between Melbourne and Brisbane from next month. Now, Brisbane becomes the 5th capital city destination in the Rex domestic network, part of the Golden Triangle, that's Sydney, Melbourne and Brisbane routes. The announcement coincided with the opening of the domestic network with flights from Melbourne to Sydney and Canberra, resuming this morning as regional operations are also ramping up. Melbourne-Brisbane operations will begin on December the 17th with double daily flights on weekdays and a return service on both Saturday and Sunday. Biotech company Immutep has been granted a Chinese patent for FT-Elmagod alpha for developing novel LAG-3 related immunotherapy treatments for cancer and autoimmune disease. Now, this new Chinese patent follows the grant of the corresponding European and United States patents that were announced in 2018 through to 2021. The patent expiry for China is the 8th of January 2036. Well, now it's time for a very short break, but stay tuned for more news set to affect the trading day.
Hi there, James Preston for Kalkine TV. Are you into gaming and virtual reality? Does AI and the endless possibilities it entails capture your interest? Or are you constantly trawling through the web to try and discover the latest updates and innovations in the tech space? Well, let us do the work for you. From the latest product launches to shocking affairs on the World Wide Web, exclusive interviews and information about the top companies like Apple and Google to brand new tech startups vying for your attention. Kalkine's Tech Beat has the latest in what matters in the world of technology. Join me every single Thursday on the Tech Beat, exclusive to Kalkine TV.
Welcome back. I'm Rachel Jones and you're watching the Morning Outlook Report. Now on Wall Street, the Dow Jones rose 0.5%, the S&P 500 added 0.72% and the Nasdaq advanced 1%. Now US investors anxious after release of inflation data were more relaxed after the Federal Reserve said it will keep the interest rates low for now. US inflation hit a 30-year high in October. MSCI's All Country World Index rose up 0.64%, while the broad stocks European 600 rose 0.3% to a record closing high. That was France, and Germany's DAX also ended at record closing highs last week. The Shanghai Composite finished with a gain of 0.2%. Seoul's Kospi gained 1% and Tokyo's Nikkei rose 1.1%. Oil prices fell on those worries that the US Fed will accelerate plans to raise interest rates in an effort to control inflation. Brent crude prices fell 70 cents or 0.8% to settle at $82.17 a barrel. West Texas Intermediate crude fell 80 cents or 1% to settle at $80.79 a barrel. Gold prices rose on Friday and were on track to post their best week in 6 months, with bullion's appeal as inflation head burnished by a surge in US consumer prices. US gold futures settled up 0.3% at $1,868 per ounce. Bitcoin fell to $63,992 and 50 cents. Well, that's all for our morning outlook report here on Kalkine TV. Have a great day trading and stay tuned for more market updates and economic news live throughout the day. This is Rachel signing off for now.